Alright, we should be back now. Yeah, we should be back now. Let's see if that fixed it. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Tell me it's fixed. Like, for the love of fuck, tell me it's fixed. All right. Does it seem like it's fixed itself now? Twitch. Twitch. Motherfucker. Oh my god. All right. As long as it's fixed, let's keep going. Still get to play, even if Twitch is a bitch. Yeah, but I'm playing for everyone else, not just playing for myself. That's why I'm more than happy to stop. I mean, if I was just playing for myself, I may as well have just not streamed, right? Yeah, just turn it off and on again. That's how everything in technology works. Everyone knows that. I should have thought of that fucking sooner. On Annie's stream for a moment, and she's not stuttering at all. So it was just a Twitch thing, I suppose, Malthrax. It was just a Twitch thing. Take a seat whether you'd like. Oh no, introduce myself. Yeah, just give me your quest. Tell me what's wrong. Here we go. What is Gridania suffering from? Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and the short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, my own, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? And good evening to you, Bowlord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Sup, Robin Hood. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once the Galmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about in the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our own peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? Of course. Why wouldn't I? You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments, that is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Tricorders, seems to be good again now. I'm happy to hear that. If it's not Twatter, it's Twatch. It's technology, bro. The biggest issue is technology. It always seems to fucking break. Right, this is gonna be a fucking travel. Yeah, this is gonna be some running. Alright, let's get on our technology. The fucking Twatch and Twatter, bro. Alright, let's get our adventuring shoes on. We're going on an adventure. I see you there. Little bastard. You are what I need to kill for my, what is it called again? You have this book where you get increased XP whenever you kill 3 of these things with that mark above their head. Hunting log, that's the one. I don't know what the hunting log is for, I'll be honest. I have no idea what the hunting log is for. Oof, that did not do the damage I was hoping for. Alright, there we go. Hunting log has been completed. Do you get something specific from the hunting log, or is it literally just to gain more XP? It's actually, there's some interesting ways in which they grant extra XP in this game. So you get extra XP for chain pulling. So if you keep pulling mobs, you actually get extra XP for every mob that you kill. But then you also get this sort of like hunting log XP stuff. There's like good reasons for almost everything that you do, which is nice. All right. I like the look of this forest. Actually, I like the look of the whole of it. Look at this view. Tell me that's not fucking majestic, bro. The stars coming through the trees. A river. If you could build a house right here, would you not build a house right here? Of course you'd build a house right there. What are you even saying? Gridania is beautiful, but I decided to go for Ul'dah because I wanted a black mage, right? So I didn't really have a choice on where to start. All right, let's grab this aetheryte right here. Mageria, I think this is for the housing system, right? Yeah, this is the housing system. I don't care about the housing system. At least not yet. Maybe one day when we've got tons of money, we can look into buying ourselves a little house to retire in. But for now, let's just go on our merry way and do this quest. I'd say Gridania is actually the easiest to navigate, but that was until I sort of learned the cities. Because at first, I genuinely thought that these cities are impossible. Like, how are you supposed to know where these cities are? And now, I actually think all of them are very logical. Like, you logically know when you have to go a certain place where that's going to be. I don't think I've started in Gridania yet. Like, I don't think I have a character that started in Gridania. A club on the weekends in the housing districts. I heard about the clubs, but I've not seen the clubs yet. No, I have not checked out the FC house yet. All right, you. Yes, give me the dungeon. Give me the fucking dungeon. Azure Gold has been to a club. Using the aetheryte crystal to get around the city is nice too. I fucking love the aetheryte system. Mainly because you can't mount in cities, which helps, but also can get really fucking... Like, there's a lot of running involved. Ooh, that was super quick. Wait, no. I don't think he's online anymore. Are you still online? I don't want to sign up to a dungeon with a healer that's offline, and then I'm the bad guy in the dungeon. Oh, right, cool. Right. Yes, just not in your zone. Ah, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was a little bit afraid that I'm gonna like sign up for the fucking group and then just get into the group with nothing. Oh, this dungeon. It was this dungeon where I played with that tank that didn't know how to do threat and didn't know how to do AoE. It was this specific dungeon. Oh, it was such a fucking pain. I'll show you where he died as well. Like where we finally broke through to the guy. It was quite... Saphira, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, this tank seems to like pulling shit. I like it. I like it. Let's do this. Big dick deeps. Let's do this. Alright, so all throughout here, we're still struggling, right? We're still struggling. The tank still doesn't know what he's doing. We're trying our fucking hardest. I'm typing to him basically every single fucking pull. I'm typing to him. I'm eventually resorting to the whole tank, 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 tank. You all know what I'm talking about, right? You know, you just spam tank and you hope that the guy fucking focuses. So we're still going. I'm kiting mobs around at this point, right? Because, you know, I'm tanking them now. I got upgraded. I signed up as DPS. I got upgraded to fucking tank. Yeah, we're still doing the same. The healer almost dies, I believe, in one of these corridors. Really fun. You have to mine the tank to turn on tankstone. Well, the problem is, so this tank, we were trying to remind him. He just did not listen. Like, he just ignored party chat as if, who gives a fuck about what these guys write? I'll do my own thing. And it was just like, well, all right. We're gonna have to do this the hard way. Oh, this is gonna be such a fun spec. Once I get more abilities. Don't really need to pull this, but all right, let's do this. My goal is to get to level 60 and become a Gunbreaker. Gunbreaker looks so fun. Gunbreaker really looks so fun. I might do a Gunbreaker myself. Plus, their gear looks absolutely fucking ballin'. Pest Dungeons is a very memorable experience. Like, that guy must have been a proper green. Also, I don't know how you don't know how to turn on enmity, because it's sort of like they teach you that from the beginning. Tribe is 3 DPS in the trench coat. I love the idea behind that. Let's go. Big dick deeps. Yeah, okay. I'm just wasting my fucking mana at this point. Big dick. Let's go. Let's go. Fucking smack him. Oh, when this crits, it's so satisfying when it crits, bro. Thunder. So you saw the vid as well? Which vid is this that you guys are speaking of? Should use your instacast? For what? It hits like a wet noodle, bro. Like, look at this. It hits for 33. I may as well suck a dick for more damage. I'll use the instacast if I ever have to move, but I refuse to use it for anything else. Oh, never mind. Let's just get some mana back. Run, you little bastards. And time for some damage. Oh, wait. I'm not doing damage now. Now I'm doing damage. We'll do some Blizzard. Let's do great ones to watch. Joker's craft guides to tanks and healers. We're gonna have to watch that then after this. Like, once we finished all of the dungeons, I think we should watch them. Noppen, thank you for the follow, dude. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like watching, like, funny guides. I feel like it's very fantasy breaking for my fucking Dark Mage to be right up in the asshole of mobs. And ding. Oh my god, we're gonna have like 2 or 3 class quests to do before the end of these dungeons. Oh, that was a waste. Also living in Black Mage, I feel your pain. I am enjoying Black Mage. There's some things that don't make a whole lot of sense to me when it comes to the Black Mage, but overall I am enjoying it. I like the weaving of Black Mage. Ooh. I don't think that's good for me, but no, I can't use it. Never mind then. Why do we go down this road? Do I have Swift? Ah! I completely forgot I have Swift Cast. So on a Black Mage, which ability do you want to use Swift Cast on first? Like maybe your first cast? Is that where you want to like use your Swift Cast on your very first fireball? Better at 40, feels a little complete at 60, and complete at 72. I'm not hating, like, I'm genuinely not hating. Oh my fuck, that took a lot of fucking mana right there. Screw you guys telling me to fucking Swift Cast, like, how dare you? Swift Cast, all mana gone. 1 cast, thank you for playing. Now get the fuck out. Get straight into that fire, that icy goodness. Jobs rotation. No, I don't want. I don't want to look at a guide. I'll look at a guide when I get to max level. Like, when I get to max level, I'd be happy to look at a guide. But I want to try and figure it out. Low level Swift Grass, Fire 1, level 60 plus, Fire 4. I'm assuming Fire 4, just you have 1 fire spell that you can cast. And then you're Oh shit, these things are in my... If I kill enough of these, I'm already getting like hunting log things. Said you'd suck a PP for more DPS, but won't look at a guide. I didn't say I'd suck a PP for more DPS. I said if I'm going to use Scathe, I may as well suck a PP for more DPS. Because Scathe does no damage whatsoever. Like, look at this fucking hit. Oh wow, I did 33 fucking damage. Can you believe that? That mob is almost dead. Now, if I could only do, you know, another million or so Scathes, I might get up. Later on, you can get like 9, 10 fire spells before going home. I'd like that. Yes, there we go. I am Let's dot these bastards up. Yeah, Instacast spell, by the way. Talking about Swift Cast. Ah, I thought you meant Scathe, because Scathe is useless. Unless it gets better at max level, Scathe is absolutely horrendous. Like, Scathe is what you cast when you don't want to do DPS. Oh my god. Do I like this? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Thanks for pulling all of them on me. I'll do some blizzard damage. Oh wait, am I again? How the fuck was I there? That's gonna hit me, I'm pretty sure. Oh, never mind. I'm on the verge there. On the fucking verge there. Right. There's a boss over here. Where's this guy going? Oh. Why are you pulling more things? Like, is this for fun? Do not understand. Scathe is useless. But is there a world in which you use Scathe, or is it only a movement spell? I only ever use Scathe if things die too fast for me to get cast off. That's pretty much why I will use Scathe as well. Get tank, would you? Like, I don't know, mind tanking that one too? Spell effects in Final Fantasy are so exaggerated, and I absolutely love it. Same. I did not like it in the beginning. Like, at first, I really did not like the fact that it's just completely fucking overblown. Now, I can't imagine it not being this way. The over-the-top effects, I just have to turn off everyone else's. You sort of have to turn off everyone else's, because it gets bonkers. I don't think I have everyone's turned off at this point. No, I don't. But I have it on my tank, because tanking, the first time I tanked, I was like, I can't see shit. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why is all of these spells in my fucking face? And then you learn you can turn this off, which helps. Ben Raging, how you doing, brother? Can I just dot all of these up with lightning while I wait for my mana to recharge? Maybe that's a better use of my fucking time. Like, try and dot as many things up with lightning since I am waiting for mana to recharge. Back-to-back dungeon runs is part of the MSQ. Makes my antisocial disorder get all twitchy. I mean, doesn't really matter in this, to be quite honest. People are nice here. Have I ever seen a white mage spam holy? What does it do? Oh yeah. There's another one that does, like, when you're tanking, at least it's so big you can see nothing on your screen. And swift cast this bitch. I'm liking this. But I do think I need more spell speed. Because I need to be able to switch from fire to ice before my thunder goes off, like falls off the target. If I want to optimize. Although I'm not sure. Are you supposed to keep thunder on the target at all times? Wait until you experience a raid mage for blind. Is that the spell's fucking name? Who summons me to the void, from the void to reside within this cruel world? It's Nazoth. Come hither, children of the dawn. Look at it. Look at him. This guy reminds me of a mind flare. It does actually look like a mind flare from Baldur's Gate. I should have switched to fire so I could kill this quicker. Did I even get thunder on this guy? No, I did not. So I'm not optimizing my DPS right now. This is sad days for me. Alright, kill the inconspicuous imp. Oh my fuck! I'm already out of mana again. Jesus. Is MP just a different word for like mana power, or does it have an actual, like, does it stand for something actual? I'll switch to that one. Fuck it. Should I use my... I want to use Limit Break. Can I use Limit Break? I can. Look at this fucking bitch. Oh, oh wow, that felt good. Did it do much DPS though? I don't know. I don't know if it did much DPS. But that did feel good. MP has been the shorthand in most, if not all, Final Fantasy games, but it does just stand for mana. Mana pool, Digit, you're a fucking genius. I never even thought of that. I was watching Asmongold do some machinist gameplay in Palace of the Dead, and it looks so fucking cool. These guys are filling up my fucking backspace. Everyone keeps giving me everything. Don't keep giving me everything. Alright, on to the next. Do a big pull, then caster LB, like 15 mobs. Oh, that must be fun. Alright, now we're going to be sent to Uldar. So many streamers getting into Final Fantasy. Welcome to the game. Demi Bahamut, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. I'm assuming you're a demigod, or at least your name is a play on demigod. I hope we one day fight Bahamut again. Bahamut. Here it is, a marathon. Yeah, I've been doing that on my Dark Knight. Like I've been, I got stuck on my Dark Knight at like level 51 for a while because I I sort of got pulled into Palace of the Dead gameplay. And I just didn't want to stop. I just kept enjoying it way too much than I probably should have. Welcome back, Akalon. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Baderon's ringing endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Bowlord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. Bowlord. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. You're welcome. Because I'm on my very own. I literally just... on my summoner. So for those of you that don't know, I have quite a few classes. I have 4 classes at the moment, or 4 characters at the moment. Don't ask me why. I know you can have every single job on every single character, but I have my off-stream characters, and then I have my on-stream, which is this one, right? So my highest level, that's my Paladin / Dark Knight, which is level 54 Paladin, 54 Dark Knight, I believe. And then I have a level 25 summoner. No, I have a level 32 summoner. Excuse me. I just got my summoner ability. Like the ability to summon helping pets, if you will. I like the story so far for the summoner. It seems like it's going to be a good story. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Now, focus on what is happening here. This is just... There are countless times throughout the main storyline, the ARR storyline, where Final Fantasy sort of pokes fun at itself. So there's one quest, I can't remember what level you get it at, but there's one quest where they send you all over the world map. Like, you literally run from character to character to character, just talking to them and then being sent to another one, and sometimes being sent back to old ones. And they keep poking fun at you, like saying you must be tired of all the running around. Like they are literally mocking you for having to run around so much, and because of the dialogue, it's actually endearing because of how they're poking fun at you for having to basically do a lot of useless fucking running from one side to the next. It's very fucking funny. But pay attention to this next one. This is a party of players. Avir's gone and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah! To the house with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way, some parting advice: get rid of Avir's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hell you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. The healer getting blamed for everything. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please forgive me. It's poking fun at mean players. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bal ago, I received message from my counterpart in Uldar. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. It's her husband, by the way, just for some backstory here. That healer that we just saw, her fiance, was the tank, and she let him die. Now, of course, in that world, it's permadeath. Luckily, the rest of Final Fantasy isn't permadeath. Alright, so we're going to Uldar. There's some really fascinating sort of dialogue in this game. Like, really fascinating dialogue. Before we go to Momodi, I quickly want to start the next Thaumaturge. Yeah, let's start the next Thaumaturge one, and then we can go to Momodi. I mean, it's a little bit creepy, right? Imagine if your husband or wife or fiance died and you carried around their head. I think people would give you a wide fucking berth. It's very dark and morbid, yeah. Yep. Alright, so here we get to the Thaumaturgy Guild. Kokobuki. These names are next level. Alright, Kokobuki. Guildmaster Kokobuki wishes you to learn from the next chapter of Thaumaturgy, the Yawning Abyss. Akalon, you're safe. I feared you had fallen victim to the Mage Slayer. Have you not heard of the recent spate of gruesome killings taking place within Uldar? Each case involves at least one dead Thaumaturge, and every corpse is found bloody, battered, and utterly drained of etheric energy. Here we go. You guys remember the last story? The last quest we did for the Thaumaturgy Guild? Where their brother was basically infested by a void monster? This is it now. This is where we're basically sorting that shit out. Ill tidings aside, I'm glad to see you alive and glowing with vitality. It is time for you to delve into the final chapter of the Yawning Abyss. Kokoboha, our second younger sibling, will read to you from The Threat of Perplexity. Bwaha, greetings, Akalon. Bwahahaha, greetings, Akalon. Are you once more prepared to peruse the pages of power and peril? Then let us begin. The threat of perplexity. Ah, how magnificent the daunting power we wield. Flames pursue, ice transfixes, and lightning dances into the ranks of our enemies. But what terror descends when, from all sides, those ranks close? Flames are smothered, ice crushed, and lightning grounded. Know you this threat? And were you the multitudinousness foe? That is a fucking word I don't know. Is the point of this passage readily apparent? It would be most problematic, for example, should you meet this malefic Mage Slayer and he or she proves to be multiple murderers. What a Thaumaturge needs is a thick-set thrall, a courageous companion to accompany him in cases where collective cronies are expected. Now, as for your trial, Kokobaho, pray allow me to suggest a practical course for Akalon's training. Oh my god, it's the fucking brother. The town is buzzing with the news of yet more slaughtered Thaumaturges, their mutilated bodies found fouling the waters of Nafika's wells. I would have Akalon aid me in hunting down the culprit while the trial is yet fresh. Akalon may have tolerated your interruption of his trial the last time, Busi, but you are hardly the hardy henchman he needs to clear such hazardous hurdle. Your concerns are understandable, brother. If it would allay your fears, I can introduce Akalon to a valiant warrior who recently entered my employ. You have secured the services of a stalwart swordsman? Then that would indeed be in line with learning the lesson of the day, perhaps. Come on, Akalon. Let us be about our business before Kokobao has a change of heart. I'll be waiting for you in Nafika's wells. He's going to try and kill me, isn't he? Was that Kokobusi? Right. I am almost definitely gonna die here. Almost fucking definitely. Okay, let's go pick up the next adventure quest thing. Naya, how you doing? Didn't you want to watch that video afterwards too? Oh yeah, we should watch the video. Okay, hold up. Let's quickly pick up this quest and then we'll quickly watch the video. Can someone link the video? Please? Modi, I'm coming. Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now, but if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Oh, it's you, Accolon. And there I was, spouting the same tired line. My own saint word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all this way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? The brother is indeed very fucking sus. But we all know why, right? Oh my god. No, for the love of fucking... Yeah, there we go. Modi is waiting to brief you on your task. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Papa Scion! I can't take these Lullafels seriously, bro. It's just impossible to take them seriously. This guy has a mustache, like a little goatee, and it just looks like a child with a goatee. Excellent timing, Papa Shan. It just so happens that the adventurer you'll be handing your petition is here. Oh, why, if it isn't my good friend Accolon, it does my spirit well to know that you are the one who will be helping us. Mayhap you'd like to apprise Accolon of his mission. Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at the Amagina and Sons mineral concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are the clan known as the Hecatoncheries, or the fucking names, bro. Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used to work their mines by way of enchanted helms. They were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will, but as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the name, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels, so it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Final Fantasy did What If before Marvel. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell Mine in the Mithril Eye a fortnight ago or so. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that this mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Now let's do it. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell Mines are in Western Thalanan. Do take care of you, yeah? And one last thing before you depart, an employee of Amagina and Sons is presently at the Quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Right, so we're going to do the final mine, and then we get on with the next chapter of the story. I don't care about all this bullshit, bro. Just let us go. Alright, so where's this video? Alright, here we go. Hold up. So this is a crap guide to Final Fantasy healers, right? New to the game, or is it just a new char? Myri, I am pretty new to the game. I don't have a character that is at max level. My highest character is level 54. Started playing about 3 months ago. I just started over for the stream, so people on the stream could also see the original ARR. Before we get into Heavensward, which is where I am now, right? I'm basically at the start of Heavensward. That's how far I've taken the story so far. But all right, so this is a crap guide to Final Fantasy XIV healers. I have no idea.
I love power, and I love feeling powerful. It strokes my biggly wiggly and forces lesser beings to bow down to my awesome might lest they taste my boot between their gums. Nothing has ever given me the same rush of adrenaline than knowing that everybody has to submit to my whims for their own safety. It makes my brain do the goody-good chemicals and allows me to feel as though I have control over this truly unfortunate reality that the universe is slowly careening into an eventual heat death and there's nothing anybody can do about it.
It's a lot of fucking fast talking, by the way. Like, that is some next level fast talking here. I will say, though, I am exactly the opposite. I have no interest in playing a healer fucking ever. Like, just zero. Why would I pay so that other people can play the game?
As we are inconsequential specks in this cruel and uncaring universe. But none of that matters, because look at this, I can pull my party members into a pit that kills them. I find that hilarious. Welcome to a crap guide to Final Fantasy.
Alright.
The greatest power of all is the power to have control over people's lives, which is why the healer is the most likely party member to have a god complex. Right
Wait. I'll give you 5 million HP to fuck off. Green DPS, 1 button rotation, corruption arc. I can't. Yasuna's stupid. Right.
God complex. Right behind main tanks, mentors, and anybody who's an omnicrafter. You are the most important person in the party, as you, along with the tank, are responsible for keeping the party alive by kissing their boo-boos and slapping the bitch who made the boo-boo. That's right, as a healer, you do have to deal damage as well. Man, but it's called a healer, and healers are supposed to heal, right? Wrong! A healer's job is not necessarily to heal the party, but rather to keep them alive. And yes, there's a difference. There's gonna be a lot of downtime between heals, and you bet your afflatus rumpus that you're making the fight take longer than it has to if you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs waiting for your next.
It is sort of cool how healers are supposed to work in Final Fantasy. The fact that in World of Warcraft, most healers just heal, right? There's some DPS abilities that healers have, and sure, some of your best healers will put out a little bit of DPS whenever possible. But for the most part, you're not really expected to do DPS. You just do it whenever you're bored. Whereas in Final Fantasy, you are very much expected to deal DPS, which I find really cool.
Next chance to cast Cure. What do you do when the party's full health? What do you do when the party's full health? Or even halfway up and standing? DPS the bad guys. No, I don't pay your sub. But when the fight takes too long, it starts to rub all up on everybody's nerves. And when you hit endgame, it serves you right when the boss will wipe the party cause you couldn't beat Enrage. Sure, you're for the most part keeping the party alive with a variety of healing, utility spells, some regen, some shields, but an equal amount of time you're casting those, you're also throwing in some extra DPS when time allows. Remember, DPSing is just mitigating future damage. And if you're able to kill the current wave of dungeon mobs before they deplete the tank's HP, which by the way is going to regen to full by the time you reach the next mob pull anyway, what does it matter how low their HP gets? So yes, DPS when time allows. When does time allow? Well, I know you're scared of independence and thinking by yourself, but that's going to be a balancing act you'll have to figure out. However, my rule of thumb is the minimum amount of HP a party member has to be at is 1. But if that's too scary, where we...
Well, he's not wrong, right? Although that could be dangerous on a tank, but he is not wrong.
For your weedle fingies, ask yourself, will the enemy's next attack make your party member fall on their ass? If yes, heal so that it doesn't. If no, time to become a glare mage, motherfucker. As long as they're alive and you're clearing the content, you're doing your job right. There is one caveat to doing your job right, and that's that everybody will hate you for it. Literally, by healing you start to generate a lot of aggro from the bad guys, so if you ever decide to heal before mob pulls in dungeons, it's important to stick close to the tank like an ERPer sticks to Vieira's wearing 2B thigh highs. Especially if you throw on a regen and suddenly 800 mobs crash through the wall with a How to Fry Fairies cookbook. You can still do it, but you should know what you're getting into. Like live streaming and hoping that anybody will watch. As for your limit break, we heard you like healing, so we put more healing in your healing so you can heal while you heal. Unfortunately, you won't be using any limit break aside from LB3 because LB1 and 2 just heal the party, and you already have plenty of band-aids and popsicles to do that on your own. LB3, however, is so potent in healing it resurrects everybody in the party back from...
Wait, what is the... LB3 is when it gets to the 3rd bar. Is that what it is? Because it seems like there's 2 bars, so does your... So your limit break changes depending on the bar that it's at. So what's it? what's a Black Mage LB3? What does it do? Ooh. I need to do that. I want to do that next.
From the dead instantaneously. But they will have to do the thriller afterwards, so it's best to be safe for when you at least have enough people to make a backup dancing crew. For the flavors of healer, we have 3 boomers and the new kid on the block who bought a Glock and has a TikTok. The white mage is the most straightforward. You heal when a buddy is hurt and you attack when they're not. Just about everything in your arsenal is all about feeding them so much it'll make an inflation artist blush in embarrassment. You're also equipped with the best AoE skill in the entire game and the ability to never run out of mana unless you're really, really bad. Best of all, when your buddies get hurt, you can heal them to harness their
blood for the blood lily.
But let's say you want to play white mage, but you like tarot readings and star signs like a suburban woman in her mid to late 20s. Astrologian is probably for you. You draw cards that will enhance the abilities of your party members and you fill the arena with enough space dust and
I want to play an Astrologian just because it looks cool. Like, I don't like healing, but I like the idea of the cards just popping up and it's like, oh yeah, this looks very Twisted Fate-like.
Constellations that you'll need 5 layers of sunglasses to see. Taking this job will also teach you how to build a bomb. Don't worry, it's friendly. Scholar is a weirdo who used to hang out with all the bad DPS kids, but decided to turn their life around when they met a nice girl who supports them in their new hobby. Only problem is she knows nothing about your hobby, and you have to keep correcting her on fandom trivia. They're all about putting shields and defensive buffs that protect the party from taking damage in the first place. That way they can guess what? DPS even more. Also, your girlfriend can get thick. And finally, the new kid on the block, the Sage. A scholar who decided to stop being nice and pick up a gun.
That shoots lasers!
Like Scholar, they also put shields and protective buffs on their party members so they can spend more time
Shooting lasers!
How do they do this? After seeing Alphino change to the job, my guess is the Nullists are liquefied carbuncles. Rest in peace, Carby. And now you know how to play healer. You're welcome.
It's not actually like, Wait, is Sage the next class? Isn't Sage already available? I thought the next class is, what's the next class? There's another class in Endwalker. They showed it off. Reaper. So wait, how many classes are coming? Sage and Reaper. So, okay. How many classes is introduced in every single, or jobs rather, is introduced in every single expansion?
What up, warriors of fartness? I bet you don't have the slightest clue how to play this eyeball-melting anime game. Oh, sure, you probably know that you can beat up enemies by clicking on them until they die, but do you know how to find—
Wait, hold up. Before we watch this, there's another one that Monsundo, by the way, thank you for the first time chat, dude. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Before we watch this, someone shared the limit breaks. Black Mage, here we go. Wait, really? It literally does that? Fuck my life, that's cool. Hold up. Holy shit, bro. Yes. Yes. All right, let's get into a crap guide to Final Fantasy tanks.
What up, warriors of fartness? I bet you don't have the slightest clue how to play this eyeball-melting anime game. Oh, sure, you probably know that you can beat up enemies by clicking on them until they die, but do you know how to find the static in your FC to help you prog uwu? I bet you don't even know what any of those words mean, so sit down, shut up, and eat your gissel greens, because I'm gonna teach you what thee mayhap not knoweth, thy noobliness. Welcome to a crap guide to Final Fantasy. The tank is a person in the front lines of every group, leading the charge to inevitable—
Wait. Fuck, he does that very quickly. Me first, what queue times? Big HP bar. I am the mechanics, codes, and pole runs. Sure.
Lines of every group, leading the charge to inevitable party wipes, which is because you are the most important person in the party, having slap fights with the boss since everybody else is way too squishy to handle the puss-pounding patty cake. You'll never see Jimmy's soft boots eyeing up the cloud of darkness with his 2x4 and scriggly tree branch. But how hard can tanking be? Turn on your tank stance, do your 1-2-3 combo, and blame the healers when you die, right? That sounds like somebody who needs their short Q privileges.
It's true, by the way. It's 100% true. As a tank, I can confirm that I have never died because of something that I did. It has always been the fault of the healer. Always, without fail. I'll be there, I'll be doing my thing, and then I die because the healer didn't heal me. So, yeah, you blame the healer. That's just always how it fucking goes.
Is revoked. Firstly, tank stance. You turn this on to start gaining enmity. What's enmity? It's where you shout at the bad guys, "Hey, hit me!" They'll be paying attention to you so long as you're dealing damage, so you better be dealing damage and not just having a staring contest. If you don't, then they're gonna start in-
That was our tank. Legit. They finally figured out how enmity is supposed to work, and then he said, well, that means I can just hit one mob, right? So the other mobs were still running all over the fucking dungeon. At least he now had threats on the one mob that he was tanking.
Indiscriminately charging at the rest of the party like a dog in a movie theater. If you are the designated main tank, or in light parties the only tank, make sure this is on. If there is another tank in the party and you are the off tank, make sure this is off, unless there's some other bad guys you gotta pull. If you have conflicting stances with the other tank, they will chuck their shoulder pads at you. As a tank, you should make sure the bad guy's ass is facing the party as often as possible, as indicated by the bright glowing half-eaten donut underneath the target. This is so that if the bad guy sneezes, you're the only one getting down with the sickness. And also, if your party has anyone playing any jobs that particularly likes to clap them cheeks, you've provided a bright shiny spanking space. On top of this, as a tank, you are, by Heidelin's blessings, horrible at dancing, which is why you should move as little as possible once you've got the enemy's attention. That way, the party can continue to whap the wumpus without having to chase down the bad guy's glorious booty. Just as well, because you have control of where the baddies are, you control how useful everybody else is. So if somebody puts down a useful AoE, stop fucking running away from it! Now that you have the baddie's attention and are in a nice cozy poking position, you don't have to worry about anything else, right? Ah, that's what I thought you'd say, you dumb fucking horse! Believe it or not, when you die, it's not entirely the healer's fault, just mostly their fault. That little bit of responsibility you have is based on how well you can juggle mitigation. What's mitigation? It's the buttons that make the bad guy's slaps hurt less that you sometimes press once a subscription and never think about again. You ever wonder why you have several of those buttons that all seem like they do the same thing? Well, that's because you're supposed to space them out over the course of a fight so the healers don't have to sacrifice their entire mana pool and firstborn child to get your frail ass through the dungeon. Remember not to bust your tanking load all at once, or else you're gonna feel a lot of shame when you're all out of juice and the boss still wants to go about 4 more rounds. Every tank also has a press X to not die button that can be used to survive any devastating attacks, or if you're a really aggressive paladin who drew every enemy in a dungeon ever.
Alright, true story. Last night, I was doing, so there's a dungeon in Heavensward where you kill the consort, right at the end you kill the consort of, Nidhogg. What's that dungeon called? I was doing it last night, and, not the consort, but there's a boss just before that, the Tyrannosaurus that spawns these orbs, like these oozes on the ground, and people are supposed to kill the oozes because they somehow, that's the one, somehow. He drops these oozes. This is the first time I'm ever doing it, but I very quickly figured out, wait, these oozes have to die, because whenever the Tyrannosaurus fucking gets on the oozes, he does these AoE attacks. So he kills the healer with one of the AoE attacks. He kills one of the other DPS, so it's just me and one DPS still hanging out. And I just remember, right, because the boss is like almost dead. There's nothing left there. And I remember I have Living Dead. So I just popped Living Dead. The boss killed me, and I managed to tank right up until the point where we killed him. And as we kill the boss, I'm standing there. I thought, okay, this is over. And then my guy just goes, and falls over. Proudest moment of my life so far in Final Fantasy, using my abilities to make sure we kill the boss.
And don't want the healer to hire a hitman on you. As for what your limit break does, tanks are thicker than the average Disney mom, to the point your honky chonky donkey bahonky extends to the rest of the party, protecting them from damage up to a whopping 80% at LB3. The thing is, unless you're a high-end player, you'll probably be using tank LB as frequently as a good player rolls high on loot. Overall, you have 4 flavors to choose from: punk, grunge, metal, and Christian rock. There's warrior for big axes, big anger, big self-healing, and if you like to do fell cleaves, again and again and again and again. If you prefer more brooding than cruding, the Dark Knight is great for doing your best guts impression. You get a huge ass sword, goopy black energy particle effects, and the literal best mitigation in the entire game, but it's balanced because they get the worst invulnerability button in the entire game. You press it and then it makes you die. Gunbreaker is called a tank, but everybody knows it's just 3 DPS in a trench coat, as designated by the fact you get a fucking gun and your swings explode. But you have to be a hardcore gamer since it requires a lot of cartridges. And finally the Paladin, who tries to pretend they're a healer and caster, but only when the other healers and casters are looking. But fuck all that, because the most important thing is that you get the motherfucking sword and shield, baby! Try getting behind this wall of holiness, bitch! Now you know how to play.
Isn't tank like the best tank? Paladin. Isn't Paladin like the best tank in the game? Because from what I felt with my Paladin, I have a lot of mitigation shit. I have an incredible amount of mitigation on my Paladin that I don't seem to have as much on my Dark Knight. This was fun.
Tank, you're welcome.
This was fun. It's the best balanced. They all shine for different things. I like the fact that in Final Fantasy, almost every class is viable. I really enjoy that. So, let's go to this one first. We're going Horizon. Sure, why not? Perhaps the best off tank. Paladin is the best for soloing old content. Soloing old content as in where it's like proper hard to do or just like smurfing it? Because I do know that the AoE for Paladin tanks is insane. Defier, I think the fact that there's no talents, right? And I realize this might be something that puts a lot of people off. But in my opinion, the fact that there's no talents in the game makes, and the gearing seems to be far more straightforward as well. The only real differences comes with materia. Right? For the most part, people will basically be doing the same things, like wearing the same gear almost all the time. And I think that does serve to just make the game easier to balance. Like, you don't have to contend with things that you fucking break, right? So if you change one thing, it breaks like 500 other things. Red Warlord, how you doing, bro? I was playing WoW since vanilla. Ever since I was a little boy. You are the last straw, which really pushed me to try Final Fantasy. Wish me luck, and hoping I will enjoy this. Red, you will enjoy it, but focus on the story. Don't make the mistake of so many fucking other people that skip the story because they think the game starts at max level. In Final Fantasy, the game does not start at max level. The game starts literally the moment that you log in. From the first minute, that's where the game starts. You have to focus on that because the story, and I've been thinking about how to explain this, and this is the best way I can explain it. It's not that there isn't a bunch of other fun things in Final Fantasy because there is. There's a shit ton of other fun things to do in Final Fantasy, like endgame stuff, like dungeons, raids, even the PvP isn't too bad. It's not as hardcore as it is in something like World of Warcraft, but it is actually quite fun to do PvP. There's professions, which is just next level shit. Like, genuinely, I'm still struggling to understand the professions because it seems like every profession has its own story and its own storyline and its own abilities and its own everything. It's very fucking weird, right? The game is chock and block with just about everything, but every single thing in this game hooks into the story. So if the story cannot hook you, those other things will not hook you because you won't necessarily understand why you're doing those other things. In order to understand why you're doing things, the story is important because it's what hooks you into those other things. So don't skip the story. And then also, don't focus on side quests, just do the MSQ stuff. Don't waste your time with side quest stuff. At least not in the beginning. Come on. So good of you to come. My Rogadan friend here is the warrior I mentioned back at the ossuary. Now, there's no time to waste. Why don't you head into the stream and examine the bodies of the slain mages? I would go with you, but with my delicate stomach, I fear I might contaminate the scene. Remember, you're looking for anything that might help us track down this killer. Is it up? I'm assuming it's not. I'm assuming it's down here. Yeah, because that's a bridge over the stream. So let's go. Let's go check this out. Raid, it is my absolute pleasure. I see so many people disliking Final Fantasy, and then I listen to how they played it, like how they got into playing it, and I realized they're disliking it because they completely fucking missed the idea behind the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you should skip side quests. I'm saying keep the side quests for when you're finally looking forward to the game enough. Because there are some incredible side quests, but there's also some very stupid side quests. And I don't think anyone can disagree with this. There are side quests where it's really monotonous and just boring. So I wouldn't want people to feel as if they're being bogged down by side quests. Sophia, thank you for the tier 2 sub. Really appreciate it. 36 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sophia, I really appreciate that. How are you? Right, and one more Thaumaturge corpse. I want to know what this brother is up to. Right, gather evidence. Did I gather? What evidence did I gather? The thing is, so anyone that goes from World of Warcraft to Final Fantasy would have been sort of mind controlled into how you play World of Warcraft. In World of Warcraft, the way you play is you skip everything because the game starts at max level, right? None of the other things matter. Doesn't matter if you're doing the main storyline. Doesn't matter if you've leveled every single expansion because the game starts at max level. There is a story, and the story is good for people like myself. But the story is like if you just want to play the game, you don't need the story. So people coming from WoW to Final Fantasy will have the wrong idea about how this game is meant to be played. Did you uncover anything incriminating? Well, sort of. I don't know what any of this means, though. Hee hee, the blood is yet slick to the touch. The slaughter must have been recent indeed. The villain may yet lurk nearby. Return to the creek where the bodies lay and linger for a time. I dare say your aura, saturated as it is with enticing etheric energy, will lure the Mage Slayer into the open. Have courage, Akalon. Our burly companion stands ready to leap to your aid. Okay, this brother is fucking weird. To break myself from doing every quest because it screws you up later on. Damn WoW mindset. It'd be hard to break. True. There are so many quests in this game. Look at all these quests over the map. You see all of these? Let me make this bigger so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All of these are quests. These are side quests. They literally just exist for you effectively leveling other classes, right? So if you wanted to level a new class, you can do the side quests. These are not even, like, these I would say is secondary side quests. It's not even primary side quests because you do get these blue quests. I don't see, here we go. So you get these, right? You see these blue quests with the plus sign next to them? These open up the rest of the world. So they are important, but they're not important immediately. You don't have to do them instantly. You can do them whenever. So this Color My World thing, I think, introduces dyes to the game. So you do this one and you can start dyeing your armor or some shit. At least when I did it, that's the idea I got from it. But some of the blue quests will unlock dungeons that isn't part of the MSQ, like Naya said there. Some of them just opens really cool storylines with... so some of these blue quests in the later levels gives you ether, right? Ether is required to run faster on your mount and eventually fly in a zone. So the blue quests become important for those reasons. I think that's a lot of the misconception with Final Fantasy community and skipping. I don't think a lot of the community has a problem with skipping. I think they dislike people denigrating the game when they skipped and didn't take the time to properly understand the game and its mechanics. I think it's fine if you have the money to skip, right? And you already have a max level character, then by all means, skip whatever you want to skip. But I think if it's your first time playing, you should absolutely not fucking skip. Because I do think you're basically destroying the game for yourself. the fuck's going on? Why? Oh, right. Oh my fuck, really? Tank, pick him up. Let me just do the deeps. Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. This tank is not doing a lot of tanking. Bro, generate some threat for the love of fuck. This surely can't be the mage killer. This brother is lying. I need the ability to... Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I need the ability to drop threat. How do you do that? I mean, this is an NPC, so he's basically left me to my own devices. He's fucked off to kill the little ones, while I'm left to kill the big one. Alright. Good job, me. NPCs don't have the greatest AI. The AI does get quite a bit better, though, I will say, after a while. Oh my fuck, he's almost dead. Jesus. That takes care of that. I'm off to collect me coin. Alright, peace out, bro. We still haven't uncovered what the brother has done here. Ben Raging, that's not quite what I meant, right? That's not quite what I meant. Like, I'm talking about, like, I don't know if you guys remember Soul Shatter. How many of you remember Soul Shatter from back in the day with Warlocks? Where you could basically drop, like, most of your fucking threat. Just by using Soul Shatter. I want an ability like that. Mari, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I generate a lot. It seems your partnership with our higher blade went splendidly. It is unfortunate, though, that one of the imps was able to flutter away. Oh, did you not notice? You wouldn't wish to report to Kokobo with your trial but half finished, would you? Of course not. I'm afraid, however, that the Rogadon has already collected his recompense and departed for the nearest alehouse. What to do, what to do. Surely a thaumaturge of your caliber can handle a single imp, yes? If I'm not mistaken, it fled into the little cave over there. Hurry now, before it slips away into some hidden nook or cranny. This fucking brother, bro. Like, how the fuck did it slip into that cave? Like, at this point, I should know that this is a trap. I fought the thing way over there and it slipped into this cave. Of course it did. Sus as fuck, yes. This is very dark. Wow. This is very dark. Okay. Here's the brother. Yeah. Now the fight starts. Oh, wow. That is not Kokobusi. Well, it is Kokobusi, but a Kokobusi possessed by the void scent that escaped from Mormos On. It was feeding on the etheric energy of all those slain thaumaturges. Yeah, I knew this, but I decided not to tell them. I wanted them to figure it out for them fucking selves. And you, my dear, Manarich Akalon, were to be next. I have wanted to absorb your delicious power since the moment we met. A pity. This has been such an amusing charade. However, however did you see through it? I am Kokobushi's brother. How could I not? It is time I destroyed you, Momo, and put a stop to these sinister killings. As the eldest, I must take responsibility for my family's misadventures. Nick, thank you for the season update. Really appreciate that. 16 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A coward like you destroy me? Your opening strike should have pierced my heart, but instead you aimed for the knife. Fear stays your hand. Fear that slaying me will also slay your sibling. I have no such fear. Let me kill the sibling. The fuck? Poor spineless Thaumaturge. I shall, however, leave you with a pleasant thought. It was Kokobushi's fervent wish to amass this power. He craved the arcane strength to stand beside his brothers as an equal. What a shame that he must now stand against you. Huh. Alright, so we're not going to be able to kill the brother just yet. It pains me to admit it, but there is some truth to that creature's words. I surrendered the perfect opportunity to end this. I have betrayed my own teachings. That's creepy as fuck. A chance to kill some Lalas. Sign me up. Return to the ossuary and report the completion of your trial, Accolon. I will remain here for a time and gather my thoughts. What happened to his eye? Am I ever going to learn what happened to his eye? Right, now we go to Copperbell Mine. Roast potato. I don't know why people hate the Lalafal so much. I just struggle to take them seriously. I don't hate them, though. They're pretty cool. Pink eye from a cow? Jesus. Can you get pink eye from a cow? Wait, I think I have to go up here. Yeah. I really want to know what happened to his eye. It's bothering me. It's been bothering me since I joined the Thaumaturge's Guild. They better fucking tell me. Oh my god, really? The one place I can't get over, sure. Terrible, and I hate them. I don't hate the Lalafals. They're weird, and I can't take them seriously. But I don't hate them. I do, however, what I don't like, what I wish Final Fantasy would do is add some music to these starting zones. Like, most of the new zones have their own music. But not having music in a zone, it feels so like disconcerting. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a very weird feeling. Yeah, but Teleji Adeleji, he's like a special case of, but you have Momodi, right? Lolorito is also bad, right? But you have someone like Momodi. Momodi is pretty cool. I will say, though, no one should be attracted to the Lalafals. If you're attracted to the Lalafals, you have to go hand yourself into the fucking FBI. Because that's just a little bit weird. Gigarujo, I don't know who that is. Alright, final opening dungeon. Place Lala, I'll give them that. Pepin. I like Papa Sean, but I like Papa Sean because of his name. So who wants to do this dungeon? Is there anyone on EU that wants to come join the dungeon? We have spot for 1 DPS and 1 tank. If no one wants to join, I'm going to sign up myself. Oh. I never even know that's his name. Costa del Sol was a pretty weird place, though. I'm on Spriggan. Whichever data center that is on. Evil Tooth. Well, zinc on your character. Yeah, it's just friend, like, invite to friend stuff. There's a reason Little People porn is so popular. I mean, Little People is a different story, right? FOMO every time you call to chat to join. Just stop playing Final Fantasy, bro. And then you don't have to FOMO. Yeah, I'm still basically at the beginning of the game. We haven't even become a Scion yet. We've not even evolved our class yet. Nice. What do you have? Oh my god. There's a cat goal that wears nothing. Or a bunny goal, or I don't know which goal was that. I don't have my chocobo yet. No. I'm hoping to get my chocobo soon, though. I miss not being able to ride around. I know, so Giori is a cat girl, but this is a bunny girl, and I think it was the bunny girl that didn't have clothes on. That are DPS on your side is the raid mage, by the way, Akko. This one. So what exactly is the raid mage? What do they do? What are they known for? All right, I pulled one. We'll run in so the tank can pick it up. Emergency healer and in-game content. How's their DPS? Good or not so good? But from what I've heard, the base DPS is sort of like it is Black Mage, right? At least normal DPS. Though realistically, there's no such thing as unviable DPS in Final Fantasy. I just want to rock the Black Mage, though. I want to be the base Black Mage player. Bro, you have to pull a few more. What the fuck is this thing throwing at him? Oh, here we go. Big dick. Black Mage is the base. They've played perfectly. How hard could it be to play it perfectly? Just press the buttons, mate. Just press the fucking buttons. I am a Black Mage. Oh, that didn't work out well. Oh, never mind. It worked out perfectly. Lucid Dreaming. What the hell's this? Gradually restores own MP. Wait, what? Ooh. We'll put that on 5. So now I can basically... I can effectively stay in fire for longer? Or is that not how that works? Finding ways to minimize movement and keep casting non-stop. So far, I like the design. So even if I have Lucid Dreaming on, I will not regain mana if I'm in fire. What the? Alright. That's not great, but okay. Yeah, doesn't care about it. So this can just be thrown off my bar. Peace. Wait, throw it off. There we go. Right, so apparently I just got a useless fucking ability. That's a little bit sad. Oh, this fight. I know what I'm doing as a black mage. I'm just standing still. Alright, good luck, people. Do your thing. Do your thing. Take care of these fucking ads. I'm gonna be spending way too much time casting to take care of any of this shit. Like, look at that. They're one-shotting these things. Maybe I could use my OP fucking Scathe ability. Yep. We'll just use Scathe. Sometimes Scathe does some good damage. Not always, but sometimes. Just a wee bit of help, maybe? Been raging. Wee bit of help with what? Where's that boss? Come on, little buddy. Aldi and Ice Dance? Aldi? The fuck's Aldi? Do I know what Aldi is? Fuck is Aldi? Yeah, but how's that gonna fucking help? I don't know how that is gonna help. Oh, they killed this quick. Yeah, okay, so I'm already in Ice Pick. I'm already gaining a shit ton of mana. My region is so fast, we'll rarely need to use it. I feel like it's going to be more of a problem. I feel like it's going to be more of, like, I'm going to waste more time on a global cooldown popping Lucid Dream than I am just leaving it the fuck out. Is it off the global cooldown? I did not know that. That helps. Alright, let's see. I'll pull it back into onto my bar and then we can test it out. Disciple of Magic. Don't mind if I take this. I can't. Because I already have it. Fuck me. Wait, do I have not much new gear? For hating, swap back. Is this a dream during fire spec to get an extra cast or two? According to everyone else here, it doesn't help. Fire stops all regen. But okay, hold up. Let's just get back to actions and traits. Where's this lucid dream thing again? Wait. Here we go. Lucid dreaming. Pop that at number 4. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if it's necessary, because I don't think it's necessary. Alright, this fucking boss. No DPS needed. Don't kill the little fire bastard. These early boss designs weren't the best. Just fucking chilling, bro. Don't pull the fire thing. You just pulled the fire thing. Why did you pull the fire thing? No argument for me. Earlier, our boss designs weren't great. No, some of them were really just like... Yeah. When you think about their design, you're like, should this really have made it through? Is this really... Is it better than waiting caverns for sure? But, you know, you still do ask yourself, should this have made it through? Because this is some... Jesus. Apparently, red mages do a lot of fucking damage in a very short period of time. Oh, apparently I can't fucking even deal damage to these things. My cast times are too fucking long. They just got blown up. Holy shit. Whoa. Is this an upgrade? No, it's literally not. I think RM is underestimated, especially when it's in the right hands. Might have been talking about Mana Font, which gives 10% of your MP back. I'm assuming that's a different kind of fucking spell. I don't have that yet. RDM must be a high level one, because from level 50 you can do RDM, so I assume that RDM is on a sync level. I do know they're dealing some crazy amounts of damage. For fuck's sake. Okay, never mind. Wait, how am I... Oh, I'm out of mana. Lol. I'm still not used to the fact that I use so much fucking mana. We've got this. We've got this. Don't threat people. Transpose? What the fuck's transpose? Oh, isn't that... Hold up. I think I know what that is. Slaves no more. Free. Free! So far, I'm enjoying BLM. Because I think it's going to be quite enjoyable once you get to the raiding parts and stuff. Full Dads, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go. Let's go. is my lost relic friend. Nice. Yep, and I'm here to hang out with you. Full duds, happy to have you here, bro. How you doing? You see, this would have been a fun fight if you actually had sort of... Thank you very much for the gifted sub. Did really appreciate that. This would have been a fun fight if you actually had to follow the tactics, because you're sort of supposed to kill those guys off before they break the wall and you get overrun with ads. The problem is that you kill these so quickly that you don't really need to give a fuck, right? You can just basically ignore it. That shield's not going to protect anyone. Mike for life, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Even in ARR, the strat was burn the boss. So it was basically undertuned from the very beginning. Is that what you're telling me? Shit, I got all the fucking loot. Nice. Also didn't scale well over time. You could probably look at it as a DPS check, but I think the boss would have been more interesting if you did have to switch to the ads. I just think it would have made for a more interesting play experience, if that makes sense. But then again, I'm not going to fault them on early dungeon design, considering I don't know of a single MMO that has good early dungeon design. This is the new FF everyone's talking about. Like for Life new, I don't think new. This is like almost a decade old. I think it's Final Fantasy is a decade old now, isn't it? Or close to a decade. Canny ass, thank you for the gifted sub. Did really appreciate that. Are you just giving gifted subs to everyone that joins the channel? Really appreciate that, bro. Not BLM yet. BLM only started. Yeah, I know. I'm aware, Digit. I'm working my way up there. I'm 5 levels away from finally being a black mage. Make for Life. So there's a new one coming in November. Endwalker. Akalon, Kokobuki has advised me of your adventures. It seems the Mage Slayer slithered away, but your stint with the Swordsman was nonetheless successful. Consider this chapter complete. Your time with our Tome of Teaching is at an end. Well, to be absolutely accurate, there is an addendum with additional advice, but Kokobuki considers it extracurricular. Even I dare not delve into those diabolical depths. I do not yet deign to die, you understand. Well, I want to get into that. Why not? I have yet to inform my brothers of Kokobusi's misfortune. I have yet to reconcile the maelstrom within my own mind. The most fundamental lesson of thaumaturgy demanded I slay the creature where it stood, but it was the most opportune moment to strike, minimal risk, and victory all but assured. But many more will suffer for my hesitation and my cowardice. It will likely be some time, however, before Mormo resurfaces to kill again. Now that we have uncovered the deception, the Void Saint will seek a new hunting ground where Kokobusi's face is unknown. And though the respite may be brief, I must devote this time to considering my next course of action. Pray leave me to my musings, Akalon. Sure, why not? Fuck, none of this is an upgrade. That's a little bit sucky, but okay. Is there any everyone's playing it now? Make for Life, not so much. I would argue no. I would argue that isn't the reason everyone is playing it right now. It took some time for people. So the reason you see so many people playing Final Fantasy right now is a good group of MMO players were playing WoW, right? And just enjoying WoW for what it was, right? Quietly discontent with how the expansions were going, quietly sort of sucking up you know, whatever the game was, because what else are you gonna do? There's nothing else to play. And Final Fantasy always had this you know, it always had this sort of air around it of just not being that good, So most WoW players just wouldn't get into it, because why are you going to switch from a great game, or at least a mediocre game, to a shit game? But then Shadowlands came out. Blizzard took 9 months to release 9.1. 9.1 didn't live up to expectations of what 9 months worth of design should have offered. And then slowly you started seeing content creators jumping into Final Fantasy at the request of their chat and at the request of their audiences. And people realized, hold on, this game is not fucking bad. All the rumors and stuff that we believed for so long about this game just not being good was just not true. The game is actually very good. And that's why so many content creators have now jumped onto Final Fantasy. I see you coming this time. I've been more watchful since Kokobuki told us about the dreadful business with Kokobushi. We must locate our unfortunate younger sibling as soon as possible and deal with him. But Kokobuki is not his usual unflappable self. It frightens me to see our eldest so indecisive. Terrifies me, in fact. Perhaps you might speak with him and help banish this air of uncertainty. Started and a tidal wave followed. I would say that it started slowly, right? I think this is going to happen in the next 5 or 6 years for ESO as well. Because ESO, instead of going straight up and rechanging their game and basically trying to get as many people into it, every expansion that comes out for ESO just makes small little incremental changes to making the game a little bit better. With Final Fantasy, they did very much the same thing, right? Every expansion, their budget got a little bit bigger. They could start spending a little bit more money. They were able to do a little bit more with the resources that they had available. And I would say Yoshi P is a master at figuring out where to spend resources so that they get the most out of their budget. And I do believe that within the next year or two, Final Fantasy will probably become the undisputed king of MMOs. Just considering the amount of work that these guys have put into it. No better proof of your game's population growth than all your servers now hitting the population cap and needing to make more. Truth. Akalon, long have I agonized over Kukubushi's plight and the measures I might take to extricate him from it. It would not do to call upon my thaumaturge colleagues. No, they would simply seek to obliterate my brother outright. Our teachings from the yawning abyss allow for no other alternative. There is, however, one tiny glimmer of hope. Punky, thank you for stealing up. Really appreciate that. 4 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have had word that the scholars who requested the destruction of Momo's urn have returned from their expedition. They are currently in Camp Drybone, blowing the ink dry on their collective findings regarding that wretched void scent. I would ask that you go to see these experts of otherworldly phenomena and beg permission to peruse their work. Right. Guild Wars 2 has changed a lot since you last played it too, Akko. I heard, Cask. I think, by the way, this is the biggest threat that World of Warcraft faces right now. World of Warcraft did absolutely fine. It was absolutely fundamentally a good game. And it could get away with not being the best MMO in the world because there really wasn't anything else to play. So just by the fact that there was nothing else to play, it was the best MMO in the world, right? What are you going to do? That's no longer the case. In Warlords of Draenor, yeah, World of Warcraft sucked, but what else were you going to play? Like, genuinely speaking, what other game were you going to play during Warlords of Draenor if you weren't playing WoW? So they didn't have to care. They could legitimately just take a year and a half to bring out Legion because they knew no one would leave. That is no longer the case. There is now a ton of games on the market that people can leave and play if they're not having fun in World of Warcraft. So I genuinely feel like the Blizzard developers have become one of those monopolized companies, and you see this with every single monopoly in every single market. It doesn't matter whether it's gaming or PC design or whatever. At some point, you become a monopoly and you stop trying, right? Because why would you try? There's no one else that can even come close. And Then other people start coming close, and suddenly you find yourself incapable of actually fixing the problem because all the people that could fix the problem have left the company. You see, the people that wanted to keep innovating and wanted to keep doing good things, they left because you stopped wanting to innovate. You instead just wanted to manage your monopoly. All the games that called themselves WoW killers died off. All the while Final Fantasy just minded its own business and did its own thing, slowly growing in the years. True. Very fucking true. So this is a pretty cool story, actually. Oh, I need to leave the party here. Exactly, been raging. The Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Uldar will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Scion the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. ARR? Hilariously, the game that never tried to be a WoW killer might very well end up being it. The funny thing is, Yoshi P loves WoW. In fact, he has gone on record to say that he doesn't want Final Fantasy to kill WoW because he actually still plays it. He actually still thinks WoW is a good game. He's friends with most of the developers that work for Blizzard. And it is funny that this company that just wanted to make a good game, they didn't care about taking down WoW, they wanted to coexist with WoW, might ultimately be the game that drags the most amount of players away from the game, right? No, I haven't, Violet. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid it with my own coin. What rot, you refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. What a cunt. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens, but I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. He wants to sleep with her. He wants to basically have her be his sex slave. That is disgusting, sir. Fucking assholes. I hate the guy too, Saphira. You're not alone. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is my witness. Please, adventurer, help me. I beg of you. I swear on my mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with me coin I saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. Of course you did. I'm here to help. Don't worry. I'll kick their ass. With my fucking plank shield, I suppose. Who the hells are you when you're, and who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? Oof. I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. This guy's not met me yet. He's gonna get fucking wrecked, bro. Alright, let's go, little buddy. I don't know how to keep this guy off me, so we'll just have to... Wait, actually, is this not... This is sleep, yeah. No point in using it, though. I wish I could deal a little bit more damage, but hey, get some thunder up in this bitch. Yeah, but using sleep isn't gonna, like, help because he's just gonna run right back up to me. Plus, he's not really dealing any damage that I have to worry about. Now his friends arrived, this could be problematic. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Right house, wrong street. Let's kill him off first. Oh my god, this does a lot of damage actually. Get wrecked, son. You're so cute with your little shield. That shield will stop nothing, bro. I don't even know why I fucking have the thing. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Bro, I fucking hate your hairstyle. Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. She be cute. She broke me. I definitely don't like the one-handed nature. I prefer the staffs. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. You wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they all coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Uldar has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worst, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Galaean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins? Get your dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. So we get to see that she absolutely did not steal it. Looking around, you'd think that Uldar was well on its way to recovery, but peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Wary Denizen, thank you for the follow, dude. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sir, are you alright? I like the two colored eyes, dude. Yeah, it makes me laugh every time. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Can't see anyone who said that. Look at the cat girls. They've all come down to watch this charade. Brr. I'll overlook this, but just this once. I can't wait to kill that guy. God bless your adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about it. I think you had... No, you had echoes before. Remember when you fought that Void Saint? I think that was your first echo, where you sort of see what Thancred was doing. All's well that ends well. We meet again. Pray do not mistake my intent, for it is always honourable, but I have been watching you ever since you departed Uldar. You played the part of envoy to perfection, confident as a man on a diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailing courteous to your betters. And when your travels led you into the midst of danger, you faced it without so much as a flinch. You, my friend, are quite a marvel, and I confess to being somewhat in awe of you. Ah, but my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the reward you could expect to receive. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the one whom I have been looking for, an adventurer possessed of the very rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of that damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that is what matters in the end. I feel I should mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you to understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should both be delighted beyond words if you would agree to join our cause. We're about to meet the absolute fucking bay of this game. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall, speak with Momodi, the ever-lovely and youthful mistress of the quicksand. Like who you mean? Yeah, Violet actually discovered that 2 nights ago when it was Justola giving me this speech. Tell her the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have found their man, and she will tell you where to find us. All right, we're about to become Scions. Are you guys ready for it? The story is actually about to start now. All right, Momodi. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be all right. All right, this is her basically giving the same fucking speech to a new adventurer. Again, an NPC, but it looks like you, right? Akalon, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. I never doubted for a moment that you'd succeed, of course, and neither did Papa Scion, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a last year who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. This is a small example of this, but it's something that I so fucking love. Almost every character that you meet in Final Fantasy will at some point have a story, and Edda's story isn't over yet. There's actually a blue quest that opens even more of Edda's story later on. But this is the healer that we saw just earlier that got basically kicked from her party because she's considered to be bad. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name is Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurous adventurer. He swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Yep. Acholocronium, I shan't forget. Thank you, Acholocronium. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Alright, Edda. Good luck on your fucking travels. Adventuring can be cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild year, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Acholon. What did you say? You want to know about the science of the seventh dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest then. Listen, Acholon, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Yeah. Get me involved. Balls deep, let's do this. So, you want to know more, then do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being Uldan. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Because that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them, individuals like you, Acholon. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must first promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. Everyone, close your eyes. You're not allowed to know where the Scions are. This is between me and Momodi. You guys aren't invited. She did say I'm not allowed to tell anyone. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in Western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Waking Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Acholon, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget your old friend Momodi. Drop in and tell me how you're faring from time to time. You hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Right. Let's do this class quest first. Go to Camp Drybone. Wait, is it this one? Smirking Void Math. If you seek the definitive work of Momo, then seek no further. I have penned an in-depth analysis of a most cunning ritual, a method contrived by the mages of Eld to annihilate the soul of this specially potent void end. When it comes to draining such a creature of its etheric energies, one must, but I have not the time to stand here explaining the intricacies of shaping arcane pottery. Here, take my chapter and read it at your leisure. Thank you, I suppose. Where's the other people? Maybe inside buildings? Where the fuck is the other people? Okay, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna have to run. No, it should show up on the map. Collect the chapters of the Book of Momo. Why is it not showing up on the map? What am I missing? Can anyone fucking tell me what I'm missing here? I'm standing in the I'm literally standing in the orange circle. Look for them manually. So I have to... Do I have to talk to the people here? Fuck, this is slow. Alright, so... They'll have a quest marker like the first one, but they don't. We've checked it this way. Let's see if we do go up. Do we find something else? Is there anyone up here that maybe, no... Ah, I see him there. Right. Okay, so you just have to run around. The quest marker will show up eventually. Give me that chapter. Now let's go look for another. One more. Probably won't be outside there. Maybe in the inn? Let's try the inn. They're just kind of hidden, but if you look closely everywhere, you'll find them. That's not where I want to go. I want to go in the inn. Alright. Might be in the inn. Although these guys seem to be standing outside in the rain. Yeah, here we go. What up, Flustered Void Math? You wish to learn about Momo? Give me everything you've got. Deliver the book to Kokobuki at the Thaumaturgist Guild. Why not? Shamanita, how you doing? Luke Oil, by the way, thank you for the first time chat. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. I'm wondering how we're gonna get their brother sorted out. I'm assuming the brother's not gonna die. Because that would be a right dark story. So let's see. I don't even know what spell I'm getting yet. What's it? Next Dark Stories? Do you have the 3 chapters? I do. Now tell me what they say. The histories unearthed in the ruins of Sildeth depicting the suffering wrought by a singular powerful void saint, the cunning and terrible seductress known as Momo. With genius born of desperation, the mages of the now fallen city fashioned an urn that would drain and imprison the etheric vitality of any creature that laid a hand or claw upon it. Momo, believing she was receiving a gift of appeasement from the beleaguered citizens, found her very essence drawn forth and trapped within the ensorcelled pot. Over the course of several centuries, the captive etheric energy was intended to weaken and dissipate, allowing any surviving descendants to safely shatter the urn and thus destroy Momo's innervated spirit. The pot's lid was never to be opened again. To do so would release the ravenous Void Saint, freeing her soul to enslave the nearest mortal vessel. As possession of this nature is irreversible, the only mercy afforded such a host should be a swift and decisive demise. Fuck. Whew. This explains Momo's fixation on thaumaturgicide. Kukabusi's body provided little arcane sustenance for the weakened Void Saint, forcing her to prey upon richer sources of ether to restore her hideous power. This morsel of information may prove most vital. In fact, it may be the only glimmer of hope our poor sibling has. Pray hand this work over to Kokubaigo. I shall be along momentarily. Did he miss the part where it says that you can't reverse the Void Saint? This is the work devoted to studying that nasty Void Saint. I should hope it provides some hint of salvation. Let's see. Kokobuki, these passages hold naught but misery and despair. It seems we have little choice but to employ our traditional approach. Though fraught with danger, there is one solution that promises an alternative to killing Kokobushi. If we fail, however, it will likely mean death for us all. Who is this mad mage that poses as our eldest brother? What of avoiding the threats, of eliminating the risk? Is that not how the thaumaturgists do battle? With each passing moment, Momo draws ever closer to her full strength. It pains me to even suggest it, but we should strike now, Kokobuki, while the Void Saint is yet feeble. I share that self-same sentiment. Sorrowful though it may be, we must slay our enslaved sibling, and soon. Listen, brothers, for my solution is thus. In return for releasing Kokobushi from Momo's thrall, I will offer the Void Saint a chance to glut herself on my mana. You cannot. That succubus will drain you to a lifeless husk, and such a feast will awaken all her terrible magics. The well of my power is vast. I wager Momo's thirst will be slaked before the spirit fully runs dry, and the newly enlivened Void Saint. She will then face the combined wrath of Akelon and 4 guild masters of thaumaturgy. How can we hope to prevail against this paragon of preternatural potency? We have always avoided adversaries against whom we held no advantage. The fault lies with me. Ever have I encouraged such avoidance, and taught only the wisdom of certain victory. It is time we learned the courage to fight battles of unsure outcome. But are we now killing him instead? Wait, Steve, does it have to download again? And it is you, Akelon, that I asked to instruct us. There is yet one chapter left in the Yawning Abyss, one that is customarily hidden from newer members. Undertake the trial found within and show my brothers what it means to be brave. How can you ask such a thing of poor Akelon when even his guild masters have yet to attempt that ghastly test? The arcane might you all possess is far greater than you believe. Akelon, once you deem yourself prepared for the lesson of the true final chapter, meet us in the hallowed hall of Thal's Respite. Interesting. Where the fuck is this? I'm not very interested in this. Oof. Wow, that is a travel. Do I have anything in the Black Shroud? I do. Wait, where the hell? Alright, never mind. I guess we're running. Yeah, I should probably do the MSQ instead, but I'm not gonna. I want to do the next, like, trial. No one else has ever attempted this trial. This is now my trial. I'm doing this for the first time. World first? Think so. We'll just run and we'll see where we get to go. Steve, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. 7 the ass for not playing this game sooner and suffering through WoW. 100% agree. I wish that I started playing this game 2-3 years ago, because then I would have been able to experience. Because I'm hoping that we get to max level before Endwalker, so we can actually play Endwalker like as it launches. Although I don't think we'll be able to. Oh yeah, I'm not worried about reaching max level. I'm worried about how long it will take to go through all of the dungeons and all of the raids at max level, no echo, you know, and then complete all of the ARR stories, like all of the patch content, and then get into Heaven's Ward, doing the exact same thing there. Into Stormblood, I think, is the one after that, and then finally into, what's the newest one? Shadowbringer. Plus, I focus quite heavily on reading the quests. So, yes, I'm on Heaven's Ward with my Dark Knight. I love the atmosphere. The atmosphere in this game is so fucking cool. Is this a dungeon that I'm opening up here? To do my main story, you should be able to make it, though that depends how often you stream and for how long. I stream about 4 days a week. And usually... So I have about, let's say, 20, 30 minutes left of streaming. But I will most likely stream once I get back from the gym. So there's a good chance that I'm just quickly going to leave for the gym. And then when I get home... I have a video that I need to make, and then after the video, I'll most likely get back on stream. I regret having to drag you into our family troubles, but I am confident that with the many and terrible trials you have bested already, you will prevail once more. If you're only doing MSQ, it's possible, but if you're playing raids and X trials, especially in Mull, no Echo, you'll never be able to. Content is way too large. I still want to do it. And even if that means I only get to play Endwalker, like, say, a month after it launches, then fuck it. We'll play Endwalker a month after it launches. But I want to experience everything as it was meant to be experienced, which means no echo, minimum item level. You know, that I sort of want that. Like, I want to know what that's like. Defeat all the enemies that appear. I'd sleep that one. To be fair, they won't be removing those options, so you can do those after Endwalker. True. Could do it after Endwalker. But I would prefer to do it I want to do it when it's live, right? When that's what you're supposed to do. Catch your breath while you can. The next threat is at hand. Just give it, bro. Don't even worry about this. Play like you want. The Strange Reap game. We don't even care. Jesus, did I just fucking one-shot this? Alright, peace out. This is becoming easier and easier. I like it. Oh, now they're coming in hot and fast. Oh my fuck. Wait, he interrupted me? You bastard. Fuck me. Whoa. We're starting to do some fucking serious damage here. How about we sleep these motherfuckers? Right. Get some mana back. Once again, you defy the void. The final nightmare approaches. Give me something big to fight. Sleep this cunt. Now try and fire twice. Actually, we're probably gonna have to fire a little bit more. Oh, for fuck's sake. No. Switch to Blizzard. Let's do a little bit of a lightning attack here. For fuck's sake. Alright, let's go. See if I can get 2 costs off. Let's get back into Frost. You always go back and experience them how they were meant to be. True. I can do that, but, you know. Just fucking kill them. Thank you. All right. Duty complete. I cannot stop shaking, but I think this might actually be excitement. Do you see now, my brothers? The primal energies of thaumaturgy at your command. There is no threat which you cannot overcome. Final Fantasy, oh man. Thurisk, how you doing, bro? Plus, I know in a month I'm going to be no-lifing Diablo 2, so I want to get the MSQ done before that comes out. Fair. Perhaps there is a chance to save Kokobushi. I need to reconsider some of my strategies. It seems we have been wasting our potential. I would never have believed it possible for a mage to show such courage and live. What a wonder Akalon was. I feel my fingers itching to fling fire with a fury. All right, let's do this. Imagine, my siblings, what towering enemies you might topple should you stand firm together. Thank you, Akalon. Your inspiring display of magecraft has set the minds of my brothers reeling with new possibilities. Let us now return to the guild and discuss what is to come. I think the next quest line is only going to open at level 30. I'm assuming. I mean, for me, the thing is, especially with this new character, my main goal is to have fun, right? I can always go back to just chatting streams, because those are fun as well. And we usually end up with far more viewers in just chatting. But I can't help myself. I keep wanting to play. I keep wanting to play Final Fantasy. Such a freaking blast on it, no pun intended. Black Mage is fun. It's very different to anything else that I've played yet. All right, let's see if there's another quest to be given. What a formidable team you all shall make. Goodbye, go. Okay. All classes. Is there anything that upgrades? Oh my god, yes. Okay, there's a few things that upgrade. Let's go for that one. Yes, okay. We have to do the main storyline now. We don't have a choice. But this is where the story kicks off. Because this is where we finally become a Scion. This is where shit gets good. The open chat that leads to a game? The open chat that leads to a game. What do you mean? Oh, Manphilia. Manphilia is bae. Like, 100% absolute bae. You'll all see now. For those of you that's doubters and haters, you'll see in a second. Like, Manphilia is... That is what the perfect girl should look like, is Manphilia. I know many people like Yustola, and Yustola is cool, nothing wrong with her, but she is not Manphilia. I don't know why most people prefer Yustola over Manphilia. Yuguri. Yuguri is... Trying to remember who Yuguri is. Have I met Yuguri yet? Foxy Beans, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, the ninja lady. She is pretty cool. I wouldn't say that she's more bae than Minfilia. Here we go. Vesper Bay. Yo, Tataru. How you doing? Is Minfilia useless? Go fuck yourself, Minfilia is useless. She inspires everyone to be better, Enoch. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Tra-la-la-la-la. What? I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Here at the behest of Thancred? My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Accolon Lacronium. Accolon Lacronium. Ah, here you are. I bet you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Science of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Some people that love Mulweb, the Limsa leader. Mulweb is definitely not bae. Like, Mulweb is cool, but not bae. His voice actor is bae. I don't know what her voice actor looks like. Fugazi. Minfilia is the Sylvanas equivalent in Final Fantasy for me. I take it you are Accolon Chrono. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. Do you have something for me? No, you don't. Everything you give me is an absolute dog shite. Let's take that, just in case. Oh, Kenosamu is pretty hot as well.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
That's her! That's her! That's fucking bae, bro! You can't tell me she's not bae.
Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia.
Ex-Candy, how you doing, brother?
Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming.
Shamanitas are basically like every girlfriend every man has ever had. Me some Mulweb and Mod? Really? No.
Please, be at ease. You are among friends here.
I am at ease. Don't worry about it. Let's toggle automatic shit here. Ex-Candy, I'm fucking loving it.
No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals.
The Primals are fucking
Their
rocking, bro.
Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us.
Ex-Candy, so true. I have found myself once again playing this game like I used to with WoW. Just no-lifing it. Like every moment that I have, I'm sitting here playing Final Fantasy. To the point where I actually have to force myself to make videos. Because I keep thinking, well, I can make the video later. Maybe just play a little bit of Final Fantasy. And if I do that, there's no making videos. I will play the game literally up until the point that I have to go to bed. I will not stop playing. So yeah, right there, it feels like the first time that I discovered WoW. I just can't drag myself away from the game.
Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality?
Right now, looking at you,
Felt
Lady
as though you were
Minfilia.
hovering in space, a mind without a body?
She describing sex?
All these things
Slices,
are the
thank you very much for the follow, really
manifestations
appreciate
of your
that.
talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words.
You too, Candy.
In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you.
I'm glad that so many people are. So I'm not one of those content creators that wants everyone to switch to Final Fantasy, or that sort of thinks the people who still enjoy WoW should just shut the fuck up. I want both games to do very good, right? And to be very good. Because I think then those games will force each other to be better. And at the end of the day, it's the gamers that win out, right? If you have a strong WoW and you have a strong Final Fantasy, it can only be good for the gamers to play the games. And for me now, it would mean that if WoW is just as good, it means Endwalker comes out. I play Endwalker. I have the time of my fucking life. As soon as Endwalker is done, I jump into the new WoW expansion. I play that. I'm having the time of my life. At the end of the day, I'm having the time of my life. Doesn't matter which game is better because I'm enjoying both, right? So that's sort of the only thing I care about, is that both is good, right? And I do think this will end up giving Blizzard a kick in the ass.
It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo.
Course you do. Course you do, because you're bae. You're bae. Your marriage goals, of course.
With that established, let us return to the subject of the primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm.
The problem with making... So, I can make objective arguments, right, for why currently Final Fantasy is better than WoW. But those are objective statements, right? Those are minor things that World of Warcraft have made mistakes on that can be very easily fixed, right? I don't think many people realize just how easy it would be to fix WoW and to make it a great game. It's not as if the developers have to redesign the game fundamentally. It's a couple of small changes and boom, World of Warcraft is a great game again. One of the first steps towards that is the reintroduction of island expeditions, that people can now do island expeditions again and they can queue for them at max level. Very good change. There's so much content there, and there's people that will actively go do it again for the cosmetics that hide within it, right? From an objective standpoint, definitely the argument can be made that Final Fantasy is currently better than World of Warcraft. From an objective standpoint, I would make the argument that Final Fantasy is currently probably the best MMO on the market, right? But it's only because of how the developers treat the game. What I don't like is trying to force other people to play it. And this you see all the time, right? You see the people being attacked for still playing WoW on Twitter, on Twitch. Content creators are literally attacked because they keep making content about World of Warcraft. Every single one of my videos that I bring out about WoW on the main channel on YouTube is consistently met with people in the comment section basically berating me for still making WoW content. And it's like, dude, You don't... No one invited you here. Right? It's like whenever I get people that fucking comment on, oh, I hate when you play Final Fantasy, I'm off. It's like, bro, you weren't invited. You showed up. If you don't want to watch, don't watch. It's as simple as that, right? Same with my YouTube channel, same with my Twitch. No one invited you. You arrived here on your own. If you don't want to be here, then go fucking watch someone else or do something else, right? I'm not forcing anyone. I'm sitting here, I'm streaming, I'm having the time of my life. I don't really give a fuck if there's people that don't care about it, because I don't want to take away from their enjoyment of WoW. I don't want them to not play WoW. I want them to enjoy it, but then also allow me to enjoy my game. Exactly. There's so many Twitch channels. If you want to see WoW, click on the WoW header and go watch a fucking WoW content creator.
I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose.
You want to know what I desire? Power. That's it. Give me all the power.
Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
How can you say no to Manphilia, bro? Of course I'm gonna lend you my power. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. As much as I love Final Fantasy and WoW, I'd prefer the people make their own choices and not get harassed. Nate, I'm right there with you. For some reason the other day, my brother isn't a content creator, right? But some of his friends asked him why is he still playing WoW. They called it a dead game and he just loved WoW. Just leave him be. Dead game, but it still have millions of players, right? Even if it is just a million players, is that really a dead game? Have you seen a million people all in the same spot? That's a lot of fucking people. I always think that the people like that are people that's unhappy in their own lives, right? Because if you're happy, why would you want to bring other people down? If you're happy, you have no reason to bring other people down. If you're happy, you have no reason to tell other people how bad it is that they're playing a game. I think it's just miserable people. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as the evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. That's not a very good password. If I'm going to judge the level of password, I'm going to say that's not a great password. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it is that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power... You've already said that. I will go whither the wild rose blooms. Yours is no small endeavor, the dangers are great. I'll help. It's awesome to hear. Do what
take
makes
it
you
will
happy,
help
100%.
Wonderful. I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells?
I have no idea what that is.
It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea.
Will we ever learn more about the Sharlayans?
When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Yida is also pretty hot, by the way. No, it's a direct question. I really want to know, will we ever learn more about the Sharlayans? Like, their exact history? Like, you know, everything that happened? I think Yida without the mask is hot. Like, you can see Yida as hot, right?
Hello there.
Welcome.
Welcome. All right.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team.
Happy to be here.
I never doubted that you'd come. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Y'shtola is alright. She's alright, but the cat ears is sort of like, I don't know, it's weird.
Greetings.
Greetings to you, Y'shtola.
Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
He says that now. I have a feeling that you guys know stuff that I still don't know. Urianger is... Okay, the way this guy speaks, like once he gets into speaking, it is just next level.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the 7th Dawn.
I can't speak Japanese, so seeing the Japanese voice wouldn't mean shit to me.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
These fucking Lalafals, bro.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado...
Your content, and I really think you are doing great. Keep killing, dude. Candy, thank you very much. I'd really appreciate that. The most surprising Lala voice for me was... I don't know who... You Hase. That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. Crystal Brave. Definitely sounds familiar. True. Our blast to play. Terracera, how you doing?
I would assign you your first task.
Okay, what is it?
Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
Fucking babe, bro.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day.
But we know better.
However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye. The evidence left behind implicates the Amolja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
So the primal story is very interesting, how they get summoned.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation.
Of course, that's my job.
You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Ulda.
Ever at your service, dear fellow.
I was watching a YouTube podcast, and I think it was yesterday or so, but I was laughing when you were talking about how cool a zombie apocalypse would be. Laughing so much, man. I believe that. Like, I genuinely think that a zombie apocalypse would be the shit. I mean, so think about ordinary life. And I'm not saying that life is horrible. Life is pretty cool. I love living, right? And I like the life that I lead. But a zombie apocalypse would be really fucking awesome, right? Like, just imagine it. Waking up every day, getting to kill zombies, like scrounging for food and shit. It would be a fucking adventure. Plus, as a gamer, I've trained for that shit. Canny ass, thank you for the gift that's up, dude. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Existence is pain and suffering. Truth. Although I do like life. I think life is pretty cool. Alright, we're going to speak to Isambud and Camp. I should have just fucking gone to Camp Tribone. Nope. Alright, here we go. Having fun, Levaco? Guys, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Can you imagine all the people who scoff at gaming and gamers running to us for protection? I mean, to be fair, I think in a zombie apocalypse, gamers would know what the fuck to do. Hi, Ishambard. I'm Ishambard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are, at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do what I can to help, and see the victim safely returned. All of this is shit, but okay. And ding! We're level 30. No, we aren't. Fuck it, what am I talking about? I thought we were level 30 because the other quest was the level 29 quest. I'm lying. I still have 4 levels to go. So wait, how did I move forward in my class quests? But my MSQ is still so far behind. How the fuck did that happen? Okay, we can skip most of this. It's bullshit. Let's go do. Yeah, but you shouldn't be this far behind, though. Because my last class quest was level 29. Right? When it popped up, it said that it's going to sync me to level 29. However, this quest is not level 29. This is still like, although my MSQ is very far behind because I'm level 15 or something on my MSQ. But we should be able to do it fast. The MSQ levels you lightning quick, so we should be able to do this easy life. Ripe corpse, hostile presence, sleep bastards. What is this thunder? Deals 90 damage equal to 30 to all targets. Okay. Okay. So this is finally... Okay, so now we finally have some AoE stuff as well. It's sort of interesting that... So hold up. Do you basically have... You effectively have a full AoE rotation and... Because this thunder is for single target. Whereas this thunder deals lightning damage with about 30 to target and all enemies nearby it. So you effectively have, like... Fuck. Okay. Very interesting. I already have the Blizzard AoE. What class are you playing? I'm playing a Black Mage. Or at least I'm working towards Black Mage. I'm a Thaumaturge right now. But hopefully, in time, I'll be Black Mage. We should be able to hit Black Mage tonight. I think. I hope. Depending on if I can stream tonight. It's good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? I was, yes. We just have to change Jacko's opinion on channel raids. When his stream ends, I just sit there all sad. If we raided into another channel, it wouldn't feel so world-ending when he goes to the gym. I don't raid other people for good reason, Canny Ass. So, first, I won't raid a larger streamer because they don't need it, right? But also, raiding smaller streamers is genuinely not good because you tend to steal viewers from smaller streamers when you do that. Since most people psychologically want to join larger streams, it's just, I don't like doing raids. Especially not when I know it's people that's streaming sort of the same time as me. Turn the eye to common folk themselves. It may be among them that we find the reasons for the vanishing. Okay, so we need to talk to the common folk. This is definitely not the way. Ungust. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Uldar. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? This guy does not like me. Why am I even asking him fucking questions? Of course he doesn't like me. That was my first choice, but I'm playing a warrior right now. I have a paladin and a dark knight, which I've also leveled. But this is my new main. And I am happy to say that I think I made the right choice. We'll see. Maybe I get to level 50 and I absolutely fucking hate it. Right? It's possible. But everything that I know about the classes, they just get better. Alright, Ungust, what do you have for us? In talk of getting abducted, if you ask me, they simply up and move onto a better place. This place isn't exactly costed a soul, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this guy is behind it. Don't trust him. Welcome back, Akulon. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know of something of use. Right, so we're gonna go to the fucking clergy. Let's go talk to the people at the church. So, what's everyone else playing right now? Like, those of you that is playing Final Fantasy, what class are you playing? And if you play multiple classes, give me your main class. Machinist. BLM does insane damage. You get more abilities and off GCD abilities. BLM. Marquis. Samurai. I wanted to be a samurai. I am Marquis, yes. A body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Informing healers and tanks. Then why did you roll one, Kenny has? My first char I made was an archer into bard. Was actually not too bad. Now leveling my BLM. How is bard? Right. Embalm the corpse. Bard is healer, right? Or support class. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you, but maybe Sister Orshian can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Orshian in the church walls. Remember this guy, by the way? He becomes very important in a bit. I hear you have done us the service of bearing a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you next see him. Do you seek knowledge of missing dry bone inhabitants? It is true, I am closer to the people than any other of the order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquis would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep, indeed. He seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not too long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquis, and soon. Nah, he good, bro. A bit high-level bard is broken powerful. I have no idea. I like bard. Only got to like level 51, but I enjoyed buffing the party, then pew-pewing the enemy. I like the fact that there's support classes in the game. I'm gonna be honest. I miss World of Warcraft's support classes. Because Warlock used to be support, Paladin used to be support, even Shaman used to be support. Where, yes, you did damage, and yes, you were good, but you were there more for what you brought to the party, rather than for you yourself being there. Thank you, Akalon. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Akalon? Sub, Thancred. Fucking spacing out. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good sister Ocean herself. Ocean? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. I normally play tank or healer, so I can feel useful in dungeons raids. I prefer DPS. If I'm gonna do anything, it's always gonna be DPS. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquez. I swear to the 12 I'd seen that face elsewhere before. He doesn't know. Sister Ocean, it cannot be. Though she is wont to travel the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it could not be she, could it? I grow wary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Accolon, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Ocean's activities. Of course. Astrologian looks fun to me. Like I said, I want to play those cards. I just want that ability. I don't give a fuck about any of the other abilities. I just want to know what the cards do. Alright, we should, like, I think we'll unlock our mount probably later tonight, which will make the game a hell of a lot easier. Yeah, but the cards are cool. Plus, it sort of looks as if the cards are random. Is that correct? You don't get to choose which cards you pull. It's a random thing. And then based on the random buff that you get, does that determine what you do next? Or is it sort of just, you know, yeah, okay, you got this buff, but who gives a fuck? Keep casting what you cast. They all do the same thing, essentially. Well, that's not much of a buff, is it? Extra damage, of course. But I'm assuming it buffs different abilities. This is not just like a flat percentage increase. Uncombed urchin. Please help. Please help the sister. That's not good. That's not good. You draw a card. It's one of 4 cards. Arrow and Balance, buff tank and melee DPS. Fewer and Bow, buff range DPS. Oh, right. So it's basically you're just buffing different DPS. Okay. Okay, I get it. Just quickly sleep these two. And run away and start fucking blasting them. Oh, that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but okay. Oof. Big dick deeps, bro. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. I need 100% crit. You're the one from the church. You spoke to the child. Yes. By the way, I'm skipping most of these because they're not pertinent to the main story. Like the only quest that I'll show you now which ones you need to focus on, like why I read certain quests and not others. I'll show you in a second. For the children. Trying to remember now. Do you get your mount before or after Ifrit? I fucking can't remember. Alright, Isambard. Let's do it. Alright, so these are normal like dialogue text. Most of this dialogue text is directions for things that you have to do. They don't really add much to the story. You know, you could read them if you wanted to. I don't really ever read those. Received greater, but now in the matter of hand, Tancred came looking for you once. He left word. All right, so basically he's just telling you where you need to go next. That's it. What is in your bag? The red dots are usually clickable items. Yeah, I have. Okay, so I can use this one, right? It's sort of a ballroom etiquette and proper greetings. And then this is what I got from friend, like, invite a friend. I can link myself to another player. And so I can quickly go to the other player, like the friend that if I'm playing with another friend. I got it, I can't remember who it was that sort of like added me. Oh, it was Dragon, actually. It was Dragon. Dragon used my recruiter friend. All right, Tancred. What do you have for us? All right, now we're sneaking. The birds do have the company logo on their wings. Oh, there's a fucking fight here as well. Let's not join the fight. I just want to get the queer leaflet. Sneaky, sneaky. Yeah, it's recruiter friend. Dragon basically came up to me and said he wanted to play Final Fantasy, but he wouldn't mind if I recruited him to it. So I did. And then you get like, you also get some items, like I think glamour items. Wow, did anything tickle your fancy? Yes, this leaflet. See the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nalthal seem somewhat less than studied. Pray take this information. I don't, like, how many people do you have to invite in order to get them? Because I've been playing with Recruiter Friend, but I didn't get shit, like, in anything near mounts. I do know that I get rewards, but the person that I invite get rewards as well. So that's pretty cool. Go to the edge and buy a staff. Effort, bro. Effort. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm going in here, I think. Cask, I'll get good weapons in a minute. We'll start doing some dungeons soon. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor today? Tell me about this. What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that, I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Akalon. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard that we have learned what we have learned here. This is the best shield, Saphira? I don't think so. I struggle to see what this shield would do in a battle. You'd lose an arm. Almost guaranteed. Wish I had gear that actually fucking increased stuff. So these are the quests that you have to pay attention to. If you're going to read anything, this is what you read. As soon as it fades to black, that sort of tells you that this is now part of the story. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Akalonami serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Akalon, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at the camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Sure, why not? Let me just quickly see here. Equip. And then reassign this gear. Now, what did he give us again? Garments. I think there's pants as well. And feet. No. Is this all of them? Yes, okay. Look at us. We no longer look cool. I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is keeper of the sun goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Well, that fucking helps. I would die. You would die. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone. Oh, what an asshole. Wait, let's do this one first. Edelstan. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now, get out of here so I can finish my story. People are such bitches, bro. Like, the poor refugees, they get fuck all because everyone just shits on them. No wonder they start stealing shit. And the final one, I think, is in here. No. Up, up, up. Yeah, it's up. Maybe it's part of hobo cosplay. That would be an interesting cosplay to see people try and pull off. You're also not gonna have fucking work for me, I suppose. Nope. Right. Thank Craig. Can I now... No, I can't. I have to keep wearing this shit. Oof. I just want to finish this before I have to go to the gym. That's literally what I'm striving for now. To finish this before I have to leave for the gym. What's everyone in chat up to? Besides, of course, watching me run around merrily doing quests. Alright, Thancred, what are we up to? Fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? I don't know. Is it? You look absolutely smashing, Akalon, positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live, no way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nalthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god-awful mummer, Ungust. Oh shit. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. Grinding Lost Relics while watching you. What exactly is Lost Relics? In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted to schedule the crystal shipments from the Nahawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence. You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. That was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter, there will be time enough to learn the truth. Akalon, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? It'd be my pleasure. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. And there we go. My Vesper Bay. Right there. Let's go to Minfilia. Fucking hell, my ass is fucking tired, bro. Been sitting for way too long. I think we're on like, what, almost 5 hours now. Wait, can I get better clothes now? It's a dungeon grind game, very, very similar to Diablo, but you find NFT that you can sell for $3 to 15,000 bucks. Everyone in the game is preparing for the Halloween event that starts in 9 weeks. That event will make those who are prepared very rich with speciality drops. Oh, shit. All right. I am envious of those tickets. Which tickets? Slice. Alright. What's up, babe? Welcome back, Akalon. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. do not have those back when I played. Ah, wait, so you had to fucking run back to Vesper Bay every single time? Oh my Jesus. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutemex Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutemex is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment in Eorzea. Ludes, how you doing? Run a teleport to Limsa and take the boat. Jesus, the run from Horizon to Vesper Bay was terrible. By the way, on my first character ever, I did the run from Horizon to Vesper Bay every single time because I genuinely didn't know. Like, I genuinely didn't know about these Vesper Bay tickets. But okay, we're gonna leave it here. I have to go to the gym. I have to go work out a bit. Get my fucking... give my body a little bit of a treat, right? When I get back, I'm probably gonna make a video quickly, and if I'm not too tired, if I'm ready, I will definitely be streaming Final Fantasy again. For those of you that want to join in, I'll let you know on Discord. So if you're not part of the Discord, absolutely join the Discord. I'll probably let everyone know there when I'm going live again. It should be in about 3 hours from now, at most. So, yeah. I want to thank all of you for coming out, for hanging out with me, for spending your morning, your afternoon, or your evening with me. It's been an absolute pleasure. From the bottom of my heart, I enjoyed this game. I hope that you enjoyed the stream as well. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, be kind to each other, be good to each other, take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, fam.